promise to help each other, celebrate the joys of life, and to console each other.
Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show. Later, you know what it is. Hey, ham solo. It's time, baby. Low. It's time how we do. Hey. They said, we said we hit. They said, we said we on. They said, we said strong. They said, we said go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said, we said we hit. They said, we said on. They said, we said strong. They said, we said go. We say that you heard right. 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 Man, I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you on red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blitz. Got you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make it bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back. This is show that we don't quit. They said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go.
What is good? What is good? What's cracking, folks? Good to be back here with this sap sucking. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, man.
It's good to be back. I mean, look at me still in his lingo.
It happens.
Hey, Mega.
Oh,
congratulations on your now defeated OKC Thunder. They did a way better job than I thought they were going to do. To go as far as they did. So congratulations to that. I just wanted to start off the show a different way than usual by giving you some props.
Man, appreciate it. Young Thunder is doing it. It's pretty funny to me how so many people I see on social media try to hate on them. I mean, the youngest number one seed in NBA history goes 2 rounds, take a team that is seasoned already, has 2 superstars, a person that has a championship in Kyrie Irving, one of the best closers in the game, Luka, a star in his own right, and the people are just over here acting as though the OKC Thunder was just, chopped liver. But it's just like what Kyrie Irving said. This was the hardest series that he's ever played in. Them young boys is coming. We didn't have a big to match their bigs. I knew that's when I said the Lakers and the Mavs are going to be the 2 scariest teams that the Thunder can go against, other than Minnesota. But I think that because of the youth with Minnesota, it's different. But long story short, those boys played their heart out, and they showed that they were there. It's an unfortunate way that it happened with the foul call. You normally don't get those type of things at last seconds, especially in the playoffs, but it happened. Shea said he fouled them, just like, and it went and they won. So kudos to them. I did say, and if you remember, I said you asked me my theory, and I said Mavs in 6. Because if the Thunder got it to 7, I would thought that then the Thunder would have won, because that means that you would have to win on their floor at least twice, so, and it almost happened. And so, yeah, the kids is there. And I'm looking at the young Thunder. Like, I know the Memphis is going to be coming back, and the Rockets got an opportunity. And then, the Spurs is going to be doing it. But I feel that the Thunder and Minnesota are going to be those teams in the West for the foreseeable future, kind of like in that, just like the old Spurs with Duncan and Ginobili and all that foreseeable future. This is going to be the start of, I think, of the Celtics dynasty, of them being in the finals quite a bit, because I just don't see too many rivals in the East, except maybe a New York and some other, and a few other teams, maybe the Sixers. But yeah, the baby Thunder is now they ready next year. I'm happy for them, so appreciate that.
In all honesty, I mean, it's weird, but like, I'm proud of the Thunder, but I'm weirdly disappointed in the Knicks.
That was crazy. That was nuts when I heard that. because my daughter's graduation party was last night, and so I apologize to Husky and everybody else who may have came for Fight Night Sunday last night. We went left. My daughter introduced me to a boyfriend, and like we hung out late. Oh man, when he first seen me, when I walked in there, man, we had a restaurant not catered, but reserved, a room reserved, and I walked in there and he looked dead at me. I ignored everybody else and then went straight over there to where him and Poof, I call my daughter Poofer, where him and Poof was, and sat right down. And we had that. He was like, "Oh shit, this is a big ass dude." His eyes went big. Like, anyway, my daughter was sitting on pins and needles, but he was a really cool, mannerable young man. So there was no doubt. Had them long ass dreads and them skinny ass jeans. I asked him about, I said, "Man, why you wearing them tight ass pants?" And he started laughing. He was cool though. He was a cool kid.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm happy that you got to set the record straight right then and there.
Right then and there. Like,
right. No beating around the bush, just straight to the problem.
Right.
That's how I like to address things. I come in the room, I want to knock out the first issue I got so I can go sit and relax.
Yeah, no, we said so. We jumping our boyfriend and not, bro. We might. No, he was pretty cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the family was on him. You know what I'm saying? And so my cousin, she got right and sat right next to him. She was doing the bad cop. I was being cool cop. And we was just asking questions and stuff. And he was cool. He tried to overdo it by trying to be over mannerable. And that's a sign of respect, which that was cool. And then, everything was but he's a real mannerable dude. We were sitting there talking about sports. He came over to the house and we had some drinks, playing some Uno and played some Jack in the Box. What is that, Jack? You don't know Jack? You
don't know Jack? Yeah.
Yeah. We was out having a pretty good time, man. It wasn't bad, but then it started to storm. Tornadoes came, and then next thing you know, I was like, oh shit, I got to do fight night, and it was already like 11:45, and I looked, and everybody else was doing something else, and I was like, man, let me just leave it alone. So I'm definitely going to be doing a fight night Tuesday. So if anybody's interested and want to come through Tuesday night with it.
No doubt. Oh
yeah.
Man. So other than real life stuff, which I have my own stuff going on, I might as well just go ahead and talk about that. So
yeah.
Your boy realized that, ever since, he couldn't have, since I had all that hair in the past, right?
Mm-hmm.
Forgot that I could wear hats.
Oh, this man! Wait, what is that?
You see what I'm doing now?
Oh my God!
I'm back with the hat. Like, let's go. Let's go. Let's get back in here with the hat. Let's go.
What hat is that? Is that a what is that? Oh, that look like what the hell is that? I know that's from some symbol or some gaming symbol or something. Is that?
No, it ain't.
What is that?
It's where I used to work. It's iFly, indoor skydiving.
Oh, okay.
So ain't nobody else out here podcasting gonna have this hat.
Okay, all right, okay. When are you gonna wear them sorry ass Nebraska Cornhusker hats and stuff like that? Do you even have that dog shit there?
I'll never wear a sorry ass hat. First of all, second of all, I'll be coming soon. Okay, man, coming soon.
Okay.
Coming soon.
But that's cool. All right. What the hat gang?
You guys, we don't play you guys this year, do we?
You better be glad for it. But no, you do not play us this year.
We don't? Okay. No.
Yeah.
I was hoping so.
For what?
I know my Longhorns are gonna bust you up, but I wanted to get you twice.
The Longhorns are gonna lose yet again.
No. Anyways. As for myself, I've been doing mighty fine my damn self.
Very good.
Kicking it. My daughter went and has been doing her Ninja Warrior stuff as of lately.
I saw that. That was cool.
Kicking ass and taking names, and like I tell you, like watching her do that stuff is wild because I remember when she could barely walk, right? So, so watching her swing from one thing to another and not need that much assistance, and there's boys out there that can't do what she's doing, and she like 3-4 years younger than some of them. I'm like, yo, like, look at this. Like I got a little athlete on me. She don't even know it. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do a lot of this stuff where she doesn't even really know that she's working out or doing things. She's just having fun. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So then when like it comes to like her not having sports or something like that, she can still have like that idea of being active and doing stuff for fun instead of feeling the need to do stuff. Because the only time I mean, to be real, I was raised by my mama, and the only time I ran and did stuff like that is when I heard a whistle.
Right. So
I want her to be. So I want her to be used to being engaged and running around and having a good time, and I also just want her to be a kid. So
yeah, and that's what's
just have
best
fun.
thing about it. Just have fun, and if you love it like that, then it is all good. Well, congratulations on that, man.
Thank you, brother. And also I need a congratulations because here in about 2 weeks I'm taking her to Colorado for a month. See you later. I'm gonna give her the boot to her grandma's for a little bit. Just
you're gonna have a relaxation.
Yeah, we're gonna have me and the mama gonna have about a month without her, and this is gonna be glorious.
And all y'all gonna do is sleep.
But I am excited. But yes, I'm gonna be sleeping. I ain't gotta wake up and tell her to get ready for school and take her to school and all this other stuff. So like it'll be fantastic. I'm very excited for that as well. But anyways, let's get into the news.
I gotta do one more shout out. That's to my dog Briggs.
Let's talk.
Yeah. Big boy had to get surgery this morning, and that was kind of another reason why I was running around.
Do you like this time better, or would you rather the other time?
I actually like this time better, but
okay, we can start doing this time then.
Yeah. I mean, the people in the chat,
because I do
like
my other shows, like with Loke, I do it at near 4:00. Mm-hmm. With Matt, I do it at 3 on Wednesdays. So if I could keep around the same schedule and then just keep this at like
kind of give you the familiar feel of it. Yeah, no,
that'd be great.
Yeah, I'll be with it. But Briggs, he had this mass where his groin area was, and at first we checked it out. They said it was benign or whatever, but then it's grown so big. It reminded me of when I had my tumor in my hip after my injuries, when I fell off the truck. And then I grew, and it just grew like crazy. And so anyway, it was the same thing with him. And so that's kind of, I was a little late, was my wife was on the phone with the doctors and stuff. They're going to keep him overnight. It was a lot worse than what they thought. So, and they saying the one thing that he has on his side is because he's young. But Sam, so hope for the best for big old Briggs, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a rescue dog. He's the only dog that survived out of that litter. And, you know what I'm saying? And, it's, you know what I'm saying? I would hate that anything would be bad for the big boy, but, you know what I'm saying? But we'll go ahead and take care of that. Let me tell you this, though. God damn it. Vets are expensive.
Yeah. Disrespectfully
expensive. But, you know what I'm saying? But, hoping the best for Big Briggs. They're going to keep him overnight, go pick him up tomorrow. It's kind of weird not having him around, hearing him, huffing and puffing like a big old fat man with his aces. But we weighed him. We weighed him. He's lost some weight, but he was like 140. So you know what I'm saying? He was so he wasn't eating enough and things like that. And plus that is getting close to the summer, so it'd probably be a little bit of that. But let's just hope that everything is good with that. But that's it on that. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Yeah, positive thoughts.
I just wanted to throw out something else on a positive note before we actually move into the actual stuff for today. I just wanted to thank everybody that's here with us today. Yeah. So I see Sapo showed up and wrote first in the chat. It's Timmy V2, Ray Chi, Yobi, Stanley Francois. It's Timmy, the Husky Hokage, Sentinel, Sergeant Sentinel Gaming. Tent Gaming, all you cats, big Mad Mo out there, like Rico Dennis. Like, we appreciate you guys for pulling up so much thank you. And a reason why I'm pulling that out and saying that right now is not only because I appreciate you guys, but also because me and K Mega are kind of working on getting this show to be simultaneous on both channels. Today, we actually do have that going as of right now. I had my intro for the show. That won't be a regular thing. We're going to be working on getting an intro for this show in particular, but it's always going to be the crossover. So it's me and K Mega live at the same time. All that we ask from those of you that are out there is if you have the opportunity, please go on ahead and support the both of us. Go to K Mega 405 channel, hit that subscribe button. Come on over to TSWS Gaming, hit that subscribe button, support the both of us because we're just trying to get out there and be able to communicate with more people, other like-minded folks, but also people that think a little bit differently, that want to hear a different perspective, because me and K Mega definitely don't think the same. But we get along and we make it work. So
that's it. Yeah.
So and that's all that really matters at the end of the day. So if y'all can do that, that'd be phenomenal. But I wanted to just shout out you guys for coming through and checking us out. Keep your eye on your boy Ham Solo in the near future as well, because I am going to be working on getting a website put together for TSWS Gaming as well, just for an extra little way of getting out content, and also maybe an easier way for certain people to maybe broadcast and show off the kind of stuff that we do for those folks out here in gaming. But anyways, without any further ado, we're done with all the advertisements and yada stuff. Let's go on ahead and get into the games. And the first thing that I wanted to talk about is the big news about tomorrow. So I'm gonna pull it up here. I had it on from IGN. But let me see. The game that is coming out tomorrow, which a lot of us already know, is Hellblade 2.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mega, talk about it. What's going on in your head with it? Are you there at day one?
Oh yeah.
To play this sucker, or are you gonna, or do you got something else to finish up like you did with Starfield?
No, everything is
go on or something.
Everything's on hold now. Everything is on hold at when 2 or 3 a.m. tonight in the morning, when Hellblade's ready to go, I'm locked in until it's over. There's no nothing else. I mean, if I'll still do fight night on a Thursday night or something like that or whatever. But I should, since if the game is not really going to be that long, it's going to be probably done by this week. So, I'm locked in. I've been ready for it. I've been that's why I was starting playing NBA 2K and doing the Destiny mode and everything on that, because I just was like, and I mean, I played it, just wanted to see what sample Ghost of Tsushima on PC, see how that ran, how that played, which runs fantastic, by the way. Then I finally got my Hogwarts Legacy to start working again. So I figured out what the problem was, because I have it on PC. It was such a weird thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, so many people say, I'm going to run the PC. Anyway, but I finally figured it out, and then I started to play it, and then I'm like, yo, this game, because I've got like maybe 10 hours in. But now, since I've been getting a little bit more time in the Hogwarts Legacy, I'm like, oh my God, how did this game not be nominated for Game of the Year? I do not know, but that's a whole nother story for another discussion for another day. But Hellblade I'm all in. I wanted to pre-order it, but I'm not. I'm just going to pay for it right then. Once it's ready to go, I'm just going to pay for it. This game to me is more than Game Pass, because I already know what it's about for me. I loved and touted the first game. I bought it on PlayStation day one. I bought it on PC when it was available on PC, and then I bought it on Xbox. When it dropped on Xbox. So this is just one of those games for me that is a staple. If they do a Hellblade 3, if that's what we'll see what happens by the end of this story, then I will be buying that as well. This is one of those franchises that I'm all in for. I love it. this is going to be a staple for Xbox, and this is going to be really the best looking game that we've ever seen. I know people that are still trying to talk about Horizon Forbidden West, which is a beautiful game, but no, This right here, this is it. I'm all in.
Something can be beautiful without it being good or bad for something else.
Yeah, right.
Like that's hard for a lot of people to understand. They need to feel like they're in some sort of fictitious lead of some sort, or they're trying to catch up to something or whatever that it may be. But we already know like what people within the industry have said. People within their own community that they love and grovel over so much have said, yo, I want a game to look as good as this. So we already know what it is. So I mean, I'm not buying anything that a fanboy says when I'm literally listening to developers on a much higher echelon than they'll ever be say, hey, we want something like this.
Right.
Okay. So I mean, I ain't buying none of that BS.
Right.
But what's cracking, John TJ with the $2 super chat, saying hi guys, Xbox is great.
Indeed.
Yeah, indeed, absolutely, absolutely. But I'm gonna go on ahead and show off this that I found a little bit earlier. I thought was kind of interesting. Let me get it posted up on the screen. Bam. All right, so this is like just a Hellblade like accessibility settings on here, so you can kind of just check it out for yourself. And I just decided to throw it up on the screen while I talk, not really referring to anything off of this screen. But K-Meg, I gotta ask. I mean, I'm really excited for this game. I wasn't touting it like you said you were touting the last one. Okay. I played the last one and I thought it was a good game. I had fun, but I didn't really appreciate it until after I got the Series S and X because I got the update for 60 FPS and I thought that was pretty nice, to be real. But what was killing me in 30 FPS was some of the puzzles. and it's just like how blurry those puzzles were, and trying to put that together at 30 FPS was killing me.
Man,
like I'd literally be getting headaches from that. Like, not even kidding.
Wow.
Like,
damn.
Yeah, I don't know. So some games do that. Quantum Break did the same thing to me.
Wonder if it's the motion blur.
It might be.
Because there's a lot of motion blur in definitely within both games, Quantum Break and in
because I don't have a problem really with 30 FPS.
Yeah, I think it's mostly motion blur.
When there's a lot of blurry stuff going on in the background, because in particular Hellblade did it with the puzzles.
Right.
Quantum Break did it with the stoppage of time. So it was just like those, like, because I played Dragon's Dogma, no problem.
Right.
At 30, I played Starfield, no problem at 30. So it's not 30 FPS games. It's just some of the elements within some 30 FPS games can fuck with me a little bit.
Right.
So there's that. I'm kind of a little bit worried about. I'm a little worried about the puzzles and hoping that it's not as bad. Or maybe it's a little bit more smooth, even at 30 FPS, stuff can still be smoother,
right,
than it was. But yeah, now that I know that, I've been going into game settings, and as Big Mad Mo said, I've been turning like motion blur off.
Yeah, and that's why I was looking on this. Yeah, and I was looking on this graph to see if on the graphics to see if they did have a motion blur adjustments, and it's right there. So so it's right there. Yeah, and matter of fact, I think that was some. I don't know if that was Starfield with the latest update or if this is Hellblade. I can't remember which one it was because I've been ripping and running all weekend. But they were showing like one of those two games that they had a lot of options for the console. For the Xbox version, and I think I might lean toward it might be Starfield because of the updates of it.
Starfield has a ton of options.
Yeah, and see that right there is where I think the next evolution of console gaming needs to go. For if you want to have those people that are all in about frames per second, or the vice versa, if they're all in on graphical quality, then have it to where you have enough sliders to have the gamer choose what settings is what, instead of just doing a pre-bake and just letting the console gamers just only have maybe one or two options, and or 4 or 5 at the max, and then just kind of leave it at that. So that, to me, I think is the biggest thing that with the new consoles that comes out, that they will implement that, and the devs themselves will look into doing that for the consoles, because that will definitely kill that argument between 40 and 60 and I mean 30 and 60 and things like that. And then, of course, like he was talking about with the motion blur and things like that, I always cut off motion blur. I don't. I understand they do it, especially in Hellblade, for the cinematic reasons, because it's it's kind of a set piece of you're dealing with her mind and her seeing things through her condition, which is fine. But if it's going to take a person out of the experience, then turn that shit off. You know what I mean? So let me have the option to turn it off. So it's a really good thing that they have the motion blur adjustments, and and then just let the gamers decide of how they want to play it.
Yeah, it's extremely important having that in there, especially for somebody like myself that had those issues in the past and whatnot. But kind of moving on, I mean, I'm expecting this game to be the most good-looking game that I've probably ever seen.
Facts.
To be honest, and I've already watched some like I've watched a few different things. Not really trying to like look at any gameplay, because I'm more interested in seeing that for myself, like scene for scene. But like I went in and like went into somebody's like 15-20 minute like gameplay of like Hellblade or whatever, and went to like minute 15 or like minute like 10 or something like that, and just looked around the area and like would pause it and just look around it, and to see like the reflections off of the water, and just like how real like the rubble and stuff around the area looks like, and like just the technique that they took with like photographing the way that she looked and putting it into the game and stuff like that. Like, dude, like it's wild,
bro.
It is just, it's something else. Like looking at like real life stuff, and then looking at that, it's like, man, we're getting close,
bro. We're right there. Like, I mean,
getting close.
They have. That's why I was so excited when in 2018 when they announced Ninja Theory. I said, and I will still stand by this, when it's all said and done, and so far it's looking like that. I said the biggest get for Microsoft next to Playground Games is Ninja Theory, because Ninja Theory is going to give the Xbox gamers the games that we have been demanding that we get back to, and that's those showpieces. Those are those games that have been always so synonymous with what PlayStation brings, those cinematic pieces. And I'm like, Hellblade will bring that. Whatever else that they're going to do after that is they're going to still, they're all about quality. And another thing too that maybe people forgot or may not know is that this team, when they made the first Hellblade, it was only 20 people. Now I think it's 40 to 80 that's worked on this. It's not a majorly huge team. So that right there is a testament to to what they do with their craft. And this game could potentially, if this game is going to win some awards, it may not win. It may not be up for game of the year. I don't, we haven't played it yet to know if it's going to be in that category yet. But that game will definitely win awards for audio design, for its graphical fidelity, all that type of stuff, and then just for their accessibility that they have there too. Like, and even will probably be nominated for like their storytelling, because the first game was so impactful. Like, that's what I'm like, I never really dealt with anybody that has schizophrenia. And so for somebody
the stress that they induce into you at the beginning of the game, and the trickery they did to you to make you feel the need to to constantly worry as the player.
Yeah.
Was like master.
That
was masterful mind game.
Incredible, bro. When it got to that scene where you finally found out what that voice in her head was, the voice that was talking to her, because you know, I didn't know what it was. I'm like, is this a demon? Is this, you know, Hella? Is this who is this? And then when you find out where that voice was and who that voice was, and then you get to see it the way that they presented it to you, I put the controller down. I was like, yo, this game is incredible. Like for this was pretty much a indie type of game that had a bigger budget, but I still believe that it was a AA title, but I was like, yo, this is incredible. So yeah, I'm definitely so stoked for this. I've touted this game when it was on PlayStation and when people thought that this was going to be an exclusive. And I'm still touting it now. I've tried to tell other people for a long time that, listen, Starfield is going to be the better selling of the two, but Hellblade 2 is going to be that game that gives people that, like, yo, this is what the Xbox Series X can do. This is what this game is capable of doing. I mean, this console is capable of doing, and this is an Xbox exclusive, hopefully forever. We'll see if it's just for now, but this is an Xbox exclusive that you can buy, and then it's on Game Pass. It is the perfect game that you can just show people, and they're like, what is that? And you know, so, and we'll see, but you know, if the media
and I've made this comparison before. I said that Hellblade is essentially Horizon for Xbox.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Where it's just like, say what you want about the game, but what you're not going to say is this game isn't like a masterpiece. Like in the way that it looks.
Right.
Like visually, it's just like it's chef's kiss. Right?
Yep.
But one thing I wanted to bring up that a lot of people are skipping over quite a bit, and I haven't heard a lot of people within other podcasts talk about it. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. But I'm gonna bring it up right now. Something that you kind of rolled by, and I was like, I want to touch on that a little bit more. Is the sound quality. There is very few games that you go out of your way to make sure that you're wearing a headset to play. There are very few games out there that you're like, because I mean, sure, a lot of us every night, including myself, will have a headset on because I'm like talking to people in a chat, or you know, I'm in a Discord or something like that. But I don't always use my headsets just to play a game, right? But in Hellblade, it's like, I need a headset and I need a good one.
Right.
I don't want just like a single cup headset or just or some, you know, horrible, you know, brand low quality headset, or something I'm plugging into the controller and, you know, listen, like little earbuds or something like I want some over the ear cuffs, like something with some bass. Remember Bro's voice towards the end of the first one, how much bass it had in it. And when he was talking to you, it felt like he was talking to your soul.
Bro.
And it was like mad uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But it was like crazy. But it put you in the situation. Like the visuals of the game, beautiful. Nobody can knock that. The first one was beautiful.
Oh man.
Right? But just think about the budget around the first one, audio-wise, versus the second one.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's talking about the visual improvements. I'm also thinking about the audio improvements.
Man.
Like the audio was already like second to none as like a AA like indie game. Right? So like now that it's, you know, powered by Microsoft's pockets, I just and what it seems to be is Microsoft sitting back like, hey, bro, whatever you need, go ahead and get it because we and I go back to this again, as I said last week about like the whole Arcane and Tango thing. They bought Ninja Theory.
Yeah.
They didn't happen to get Ninja Theory by purchasing or not Take Two, but Turn 10 or purchasing Obsidian, and then Hellblade just kind of fell in there. No, they went out and said, "Hey, Ninja, come here.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be part of the squad." So I'm assuming they're like, "Yo, what you need?" Because this is about to be the best looking thing that we've ever seen. So please,
yes,
take whatever you want. And come out on the other side looking damn good. Don't you embarrass us.
Facts.
Right. So it looks like they went way beyond what we could really anticipate. And shout out to David Jaffe. I said this a while back because he said this, but he was just like, he is talking about 30 FPS and 60 FPS games. Mm-hmm. And he is like, yo, if you're going to take advantage of everything that the hardware can do, more than likely your game is going to be at 30 FPS. If you're really trying to push them visuals like that. So I have really, really high expectations in the not only the visual, but the audio of Hellblade. I think it's going to be amazing. But let me get to this super chat, and I'm gonna read a couple of these. Chats, and then I'm gonna ask you another question, K Mega, to move on from here. Still gonna be the same subject, but we're gonna be transitioning to a separate question that a lot of people have been asking. But Jax82 with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, Jax. Thank you so much. Says Hellblade 2 looks like a live action movie. Can't wait to experience this game. Looks incredible, and that's an absolute fact. Like in my opinion, I should say that's an absolutely great opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I feel comfortable calling it a fact, but some people are gonna it doesn't look as good as this or whatever. Well, I don't give a damn. I tell you what, I'm just as excited as Jax is to play this game. I'm going to be spamming that play this game is going to be you too early. You too early. Yeah, I'm going to be on it by the hour, boy.
Oh yeah, I'll try out. I'm going to try it off. Yeah, the 1 a.m. But 2 a.m. I expect that puppy to be, because it said 2 a.m. Chicago. It said 2 a.m. like Mexico time, so that would be close to where I'm in my region, and I think in our region,
Central America.
And then 3 a.m. on the East Coast. So in the United States, Central time. So I will be checking out at 1 a.m. just to make sure and get it popping. But go ahead, continue. That's what
the C stands for in his hat right there. That OKC is Central. Oklahoma Central.
Oklahoma Central, baby. Yeah, right in the middle of the map. I don't know if you got to see Drawn T. Did you get Drawn T's?
I got Drawn T.
Okay.
I got that right when he got in.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm like I said, I'm fully excited, and yeah, you're right with the audio, and unless you got if you got surround sound to crank it up and see, this is the stuff right here where we have the sonic sound and Dolby Atmos. This is what this is for. Is for a game like this, and that, like you said, the audio on the first one was bizarre. It was nuts. And for Xbox to implement a game into their portfolio that is different, because a lot of gamers keep saying we want different. This is as different as you're going to get. There is not a game like Hellblade. There has not been a game like Hellblade, I don't think, ever. There's games that you got people that may be schizophrenic, but nothing to the detail. Like they are so good with the detail. And if people played the first one, there's some horror elements to it. There was some shit that had me in some moments where it was pretty tense.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you was in that one area when you was trying to find the sword in that tree, and you was nothing but pitch black dark, but you could still hear and kind of see silhouettes in the darkness of something that was in there. And then all of a sudden you had to run out because there's this flame coming at you. The intensity and then the sound on top of that, like what? I do not want whatever that is to catch me. And every time that I played it, I have avoided it. I don't even know if it's a real thing or if it's just a ball of light, but I never gave that damn thing a chance to come and get me, and because it sounded haunting. It was great. And then just everything else with it. I get that the combat was limited, but they added so much to the game that surrounded it that made me just forget that it was limited. You know, like when you've had the boss battles and things like that, and you just had to think. I love games like that. And so, you know, and there's other ways of challenging. I would feel like if people are into Souls type of games and they like that challenge, you would think that there would be people that would enjoy Hellblade for the challenges of figuring out things with your mind, you know, using your wits to get, instead of just using brute force. So I don't know. There's just so many great things within that game for me. That I just feel that it's not appreciated enough, and I hope that now that this game is kind of getting more attention, that people will give it a shot for sure.
Dude, you're talking about the horror elements. I'm specifically remembering a moment where you're walking in like waist to chin deep water.
Oh yeah,
and it's just whispering in your ears,
bro.
All that whispering going on in your ears. And then it's just so uncomfortable, but at the same time, you're just like, "What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's at the end?" Or man, and it's just nerve wracking. That's the best way I can put it. It's nerve wracking, but it's just interesting, and it's a video game, so it's fun at the same time. And I'm not really into horror like that.
No, me neither. I used to be, but I've gotten to an old sour puss now. I'm like, no, I'm good. So, but no, I will watch a scary movie in a minute, but scary games, I don't know if I have it in me anymore. I just don't know. But this is the perfect level of it, and I'm pretty sure that they'll have some intense moments in this game. I'm sure that they'll capture some moments that's going to be like, oh shit. this ain't what K-Maker signed up for. But I always do love games that put me in their world and then makes me. Gears is really good with that to me. Like every time that I play a Gears game, I'm like, I ain't trying to fuck with this world. This world is nah, bruh. I don't want to be here. So, but you know what I'm saying? But I'm captivated by it. And Hellblade gave me that same vibe too. I don't want to be here, but I'm so captivated within the game. I'm like, yo, okay, I got to figure out what is happening here and how to get out of it. But and I think that's one thing that, like, again, it's just such a different game. It has so many layers to it that it's just something that I think a lot of people can sink their teeth into if they give it an opportunity. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited about this, but now to kind of, I usually go the other direction. I usually say the sad stuff first and then bring on the happiness. But today I'm going a little bit backwards. But before I do that, let me catch up with some of these chats. What is it? Try Mozilla. Says, do you know what time it'll be out? It's 2 a.m. here in the Lord's time, 3 a.m. Eastern. In the demonic area of the country.
Of the country, yeah. There's a reason why the people are so cranky out there on the East Coast, man. But also, there's a map that they show of when the times are all across the world. So go look and check that out. If you can find it, then that'd be good. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's why I was looking at it and I seen it when it was posted. Ninja Theory posted it themselves to let people know when the game is going to be out, and that's when I found out about the times in the US. So But go check it out. Go check it out. Is go to Hellblade on on Twitter X or IG or whatever, and they'll definitely show you when it's coming.
There you go. There you go. Bam.
Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. Good deal.
On the screen, just like that. I got y'all.
Let's go.
So go on ahead, take good 10, 15 seconds to look at this before I change the screen. I'm going ahead and just continue to read off some chats while this sits up here for.
Okay. So I stand corrected. It's 3 a.m. for us because we're Chicago time.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, we're Chicago time.
Damn.
So yeah, I was looking at.
We're an hour early.
Yeah, because I'm looking at Mexico 2 a.m. So I don't know. We'll find out. It may be 2 a.m. because it's right there. That's just down the street from me and the people in Texas. It may be in Louisiana, stuff like that. That's just down there. Yeah,
from him and Loke. Yeah.
Yeah. From me and Loke out there from Wakanda, Texas, and me in Oklahoma. So it could be 2 a.m. for us. But normally, also with Chicago time, it could be, so it's 2 to 3. And then in Seattle, it's 1 a.m. So what would that be? 11? That would be 11 p.m. for us in the Central if you was on the West Coast. But
there you go.
They too laid back. They don't go to bed until actually our time, until like 3 o'clock. We play games with those people on the West Coast. They stay up real late, but it's only like it feels to us like, man, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh man, it's just now midnight. What?
I know that's some bullshit, right?
That's some bullshit. Anyway.
They still got plenty of day left.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Yeah.
Moving down some of the chat. Stone King, shout out to you. And shout out to everybody that's here. We got 132 people watching between our two channels.
Appreciate
it. Some of the stuff here on Twitter. So shout out to all of you guys out there. Make sure that you go and support me and K Mega on both of our channels, because that's why it's called the crossover here. We're hosting on both places simultaneously. So go check out K Mega 405's YouTube channel if you haven't yet already. And also check out TSWS Gaming as well. And hit that subscribe button so you can check out our content throughout the week.
Did you see what Jeremy Brown said? See, look how they judge light-skinned brothers, man. Look how they judge light-skinned brothers, man.
I haven't seen let me see.
He said, yeah.
Jeremy Brown says, well, which one? Can you just click on it?
Oh, he said, are you? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, just click on it. Yeah, you can do that now.
I forgot I could do that. Huh? Can I? All right. Oh, no, hold on. Wait. Oh, yeah, it says show. All right. Yeah. See, whatchamacallit said something like that just a little bit ago, too. Damn, I forgot who it was that had said that. Yeah. Funny. Well, who was it? Rain G4 said that. He said, "You two look." Oh man,
maybe I need to turn my hat backwards or something.
Oh man.
I don't know.
Yeah. Do that.
Nah, fuck that. You turn your hat backwards, sucker.
Bro, I always got I get the bill up, man. I let y'all show it, man. Look at that, boy. So y'all got to see the logos. That's what we do.
All right. Anyways. Fuck y'all. Let me keep it moving. Where was I at? So I had Stone King up on the screen just a second ago, and he said I am up from 5:15 p.m. to 9 a.m. Tuesday morning. That's about 6 or 7 hours of Hellblade 2 before I go to bed.
Get him.
All day Tuesday. Let's go.
That's probably what I'm going to do. I mean, I took a little nap earlier, and then and I probably might take another little nap or whatever, and then I'm going to just be ready to go. I'm going to play some Hogwarts until that time, and then I'll just see if it's ready to go. And then we are in, baby. We are in.
Yep. Emmanuel A1 says, can we change our region to get it early? And the answer is no.
No.
As you see, it just drops everywhere at once. Mm-hmm. And it just depends on what time zone that you're in is what time you're going to get it.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. Big Man Mo said 1 a.m. for me. He's at that laid back West Coast vibe. You know what I'm saying? That would be
You're
11 p.m. That'd be great. Now, see, if this was
why
old school,
why are you saying 11 p.m.?
Because it's 2 hours early for them.
It's 2 hours earlier, but it's
for us in the Central.
1 a.m. for them.
No. I'm saying if this was,
they're 2 hours behind us, not ahead, bro.
That's why I said 11 p.m. for us. If in the Central, it would be their 1 a.m. would be 11 p.m. for us. If we got it at 1 p.m. 1 a.m. West Coast time. That's what I'm saying.
If it was 1 a.m. West Coast time, it'd be 3 a.m. for us.
Would it?
Yes, you're going the wrong direction.
Fuck. Okay, that's why I just stick with Central Time, the Lord's time. But you're right. You're right. So we're still, fuck it. Let me just cook me for that one. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah,
you're right. I'm done.
All right.
My brain is pulp. Maybe I'm not ready for Hellblade and their puzzles.
No, man, it's probably scary straight. You'd be good. Yeah, it make you get right because you were getting left a little bit too much.
Yeah, I got cooked on that one. I'll take it.
Baron J67, shout out to Baron, dope brother in the background, helping your boy Ham Solo out more than you guys understand. But saying finally Xbox is getting a modern third person over the shoulder cinematic game experience.
That is right.
Yeah. And that is that's what a lot of people like. A lot of people like that that type of experience. So it's going to be really interesting. And I think this is actually the perfect way to kind of transition over to this next topic. So thank you, Baron J67. I'm gonna go over here, K-Meg, because this is the next question I have for you, and this has been a topic or a reason for people to get up in they up in their feelings, but right there, one person has this article saying, "I'm extremely conflicted over Hellblade's runtime." How do you feel when you see that, K Mega? I'll let you go on ahead and go first, and then I'll tell you my thoughts on that. But before you go, let me read Jack's 82 super chat for $5. I appreciate you so much. Jack's 82 says, "The one thing I hated about Hellblade 1 is is when you have multiple enemies in combat, it has you focus on one and left open to be attacked." Yeah. You better roll your ass out the way.
That's what's good. You better use that. You better know how to parry, or you better get to rolling. Yeah.
I mean, it's similar in Assassin's Creed. You know, you're fighting one person. You might get lucky and your slash hits a second or something like that. But if somebody comes up behind you, better roll your ass away.
Right, and you'll also see kind of like a crazy silhouette that look like fog or something, that character, that the enemy is behind you and is about to slash you. So even when I see it, and then because sometimes it sounds like Sisters of Sinnoh or whatever, the female whispering voices, they would say, "Look out," they would scream, and then sometimes they wouldn't say it though. And so, but there was always this kind of mist or fog coming behind you to know that the enemy was letting you know that the enemy is getting a little closer. Now again, because of the blur, the motion blur and things like that, it might have been too distorted to where you could see it on your television or monitor or something like that. But that's how I kind of projected. And then I just kind of, after I played so much, I had a feel like, nah, one of these bastards is right next to me. Let me roll out of here or parry this dude and then spin and do some things and just keep out of that. But I feel you on that though. You know what I'm saying? So because the combat is slow. So and you just got it takes some time to recover.
No doubt. Let's get back to the topic though at hand. So as you see, some people are having some issues with the runtime, and I just want to see, because this is this particular article from thegamer.com written by Stacey Henley. But what are your thoughts when you see that? And I remember, keep in mind, I got you over seats, brother. You said who would pay $70 for a 20-some hour game from Spider-Man,
right?
But here it is, $50 game, and and people are talking about beating it in what, like 4 hours or something crazy like that. I'm assuming they're just spamming skip everything for whatever, or maybe going from A to B. But I don't know if it's actually if it really is 4 hours or not. But but if it is, if you can if you can beat the game in that amount of time, what is your thoughts for a game taking this amount of time to come out and only being that length?
Well, there's two things to that. And now if this game was $60, $70, then I would definitely have a problem with that if you can't beat the game in 4 hours. Now, when you went back to your graph earlier, it had a dynamic mode, which means the game is pretty much just story, and you're not really doing too much of anything with the puzzles. You're not having serious combat, or if you are in some combat, it's maybe a few slashes, get them out the way, and it's more about the story. So that's where I feel that if people are beating it in 4 hours, that's where it's at. For people that's going to play it on normal or higher difficulties, then it's going to take longer. It may take longer than 7 to 8 hours. It might take you 10 hours. It's according to how crazy these puzzles are going to be, right? So for me, looking at this, there's two caveats to it. $50 for a game that is visually better than anything that we've ever seen in the history, right? All bells and whistles is what Baron was saying too. It's the first true Xbox third-person game since Rise. That's crazy. That is damn crazy. I know Starfield is there, but you can change different modes. Some people might play it first person, some people might play it, but it still isn't that cinematic showpiece. You know, Starfield has its moments where it looks beautiful. Sometimes Starfield looks as dry as hot. Yeah. It's hot leather. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh man, we all know what that looks like.
Right.
Crazy, look like an old man.
Yeah, right. So therefore, so Starfield is not in that equation. This here is different, and so when people are asking for something like that, and then again for the media to have these type of these kind of places where these kind of points of views, it's always funny how they want to kind of sway people to look at things their way always in a kind of a negative light when it comes to Xbox content. Why would it matter because if this was a $70 game for PlayStation, the first things that y'all would be talking about are how great and visually and the sound quality and everything else. And then after the game has been rated, after the game has been out, then you will put an article saying this after the game has gotten all this praise and everything else. This game is not even out yet. And here we go talking about, I have a problem with this, when also the media is quick to talk about that they're tired of games that's full of bloat. You see what I'm saying? So just think about what they did with Spider-Man, right? Nobody had a problem in the media about Spider-Man's time of beating the game for its $70 price and beyond until after the game was rated and put out there as being as a game that's going to be a contender for Game of the Year. Then after that, then people seem to have a problem with it. The media did. I just take this as it. Listen, there's so many different elements to this game that warrants this game to be a $40, $50 price. And then also, let's not forget the other big elephant in the room, which is Game Pass. So if this isn't a game that you're like, listen, I don't know if I want to go ahead and risk it all and pay the $50 for a game like that, that's almost very rare for a AAA title.
Sure.
And because of the time frame of when you can beat the games, according if you're a master at it or if you're a novice, regardless, if it's anywhere from the 4 to 10 hours, yes, the game should not be $60 or $70 from my estimation. It shouldn't be, and I think it's priced accordingly. But if you're still nervous about all that, there is Game Pass, and Game Pass is, if you're new to Game Pass, it's only a goddamn $1. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not new to Game Pass, it's only $15. So, to me, it's kind of like we're damned if we do, damned if we don't. I just don't like the fact that you're already trying to give this thought process of, well, I hate games like Assassin's Creed because of all the bloat, but yet I don't have a problem with Spider-Man, even though I'm paying $70 until after I beat Spider-Man and come to think, well, I'm not going to go back and beat it again because I already played and got all the achievements because the trophies, because those trophies were easy to get. You know what I'm saying? Because once you platinum it, Ham, have you gone back to Spider-Man?
Not since 100%ed it. No,
that's what I'm saying. So like that's the thing. So with this, if you're nervous about the price point, there is Game Pass there available for you, and
right.
all this means is to just support the game. You have options, and that is something that I've always stood on. Is that options are always better for the consumer than to be forced on something that if you're skeptical on it and you don't want to wait, then just wait on a sale as well. But hey, it's coming on Game Pass day one. There shouldn't be no reason for anybody to be conflicted on anything. And I wonder, in that article, did she even bring up Game Pass?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Shout out to Still Rain in the chat. He says he is speaking on the dynamic thing you were talking about with difficulty and stuff like that. He was just saying dynamic adapts to you on the fly. I'm reading it backwards because it actually makes really good sense if you read it backwards. He says dynamic adapts to you on the fly. So if you're whooping ass, then you're playing on something even harder than the highest difficulty. Dynamic changes the difficulty based on how well you are doing.
Well, do we trust how these game developers play these games? I mean, not game developers, I'm sorry, but how the gaming media. We've seen how they play these games. Not all of them, but quite a few of them. So do you think that they're going to really start kicking some ass? That some of them will, but others will not.
You don't know. So I mean,
right.
I'm just wondering. I mean, that also goes to show like somebody could have put it on the easiest difficulty and beat it super duper fast. Right. So there's that to think about as well. Let's see. So my opinion on this in particular is like, yeah, it's a short game, but they said it's going to be about as long as the last one. I was satisfied with the last game.
Right.
I had enough. There's only so much whispering you can deal with in your ears, and I mean I actually beat the game back in 2021, if I'm being honest, because like I said, it was after the update. And I still remember that game pretty good.
Right.
So like, I don't need that game to be 40 hours of like, that sounds like misery.
Torture. Yeah. Torture. Do we really want to have 40 hours of let's just say 20 hours of that type of intensity where the voices are in your head and whatever
psychosis at that point,
bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's an experience. This is different. This is different for the people who've not played Hellblade before, and you're just jumping in to play Hellblade 2. And I'm thinking this game, we know visually is going to be, but I think that they're going to go even harder in the paint with her psychosis, and I think this is going to be insane. So yeah, no, do we really want that much time within it? And again, I have seen more and more gamers say and I've said this as well, in the sense of there should be a balance. I do like to get my money's worth. There's no question about that. So that's why I like the games with the bloat. But if I'm paying for for like an Assassin's Creed or something like that, I want those games where I can put 200, 300, 400 hours in, get my money's worth. But
it depends on the type of game, right? The leisure factor to it. And there is like little leisure to be had in a Hellblade. There is no hanging out. I'm just, relaxing on this. There is no Stellar Blade relaxing on the bench.
No.
There is none of that. It's just like, and there is no open world. Let me figure out what's over here. There is my mission is to get there.
Right.
And I'm gonna do that. That's kind of the point of that game. It's very linear, and that kind of makes sense a little bit for a linear game like that. It can be short, and especially if it's trying to make a statement, you don't want to drag it on too long.
Right. Yeah. And then that's where that dilutes the story. And so that's why I'm trying to say is that journalists themselves, also gamers, it's like, look, man, I work, you know what I'm saying? I work 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 hours a day. And trust me, I was one of those people that work from like 12 to 16 hours a day, a lot of days during the week, sometimes 6 days a week. Yeah, you don't have enough time. So like when you play in a game and this game is going to be 100 hours, then you might not beat it until maybe 6, 7, 8 months. But if you know what I'm saying, unless you go hard as fuck on the on the weekend,
trying to skip out on saying my name, sucker. I see that.
No. I'm just gonna say
ham. I know you're about to say ham. I'm about to go ham. Yeah,
oh my god. Anyway, unless you go hard, and I've done that. Like on weekends, when I didn't have to work on a Saturday and I had nothing, and I didn't have any other things to do with the wife and stuff like that. Hell yeah, I would put in my time in the gaming, but not everybody does that or want to do that. So if you got a game like this, 8 to 10 hours, they don't want to play this. They don't want to have a game to where they're playing all weekend long, and then they're still doing. That's why like Spider-Man got the pass, right? I don't condone giving it a pass for the fact that it's for asking for all of that for a sequel to a game that I felt like was the first game was longer. You know what I mean? You said it's over in 20 hours. I played the first Spider-Man and did damn near everything I possibly could do. And it took me like 60. You know what I'm saying? So like when you told me 20, I'm like, yo, how much did they take out? You know what I'm saying? So, that's just my thing. Is like the balance in gaming should always be there. And if the journalists say that themselves that they want this balance, I have a conflict with this person's article headline. You know what I mean? So that's my thing on it.
So I'm actually gonna go with and shout out to those of you in the chat that are on both of our channels right now supporting us however you wish to. We appreciate you guys. We have 139 people here with us watching between Twitter, YouTube.
They're seeing me drinking all types of stuff: water, coffee, on my Gatorade.
It's fantastic. Thanks to everybody that's supporting us. Make sure that you go over to our, go to K Mega's channel from mine. Go subscribe over there so you can check out GRG and go on ahead and if you're over on K Mega's channel right now, go to TSWS Gaming so you can check out some of our shows that we do throughout the week as well over there just to support the both of us. But I'm gonna go with what P Rowe just said in the chat just a moment ago because he kind of it's like he stole this from me right before I was about to say it. But he said money or time is money. Give me more shorter games. And this is and I don't have to say that exactly for myself in particularly because I got plenty of time right now. Right? Mm-hmm. Especially with my whole back situation going on and whatnot. Yep. I'm got to go to court and everything through that. So I got plenty of time right now. But the thing is not a lot of people do. Okay. In this game, with the length of it and where Microsoft currently is, on top of having Game Pass, is like a really good concoction.
Yes.
Because you want to respect people's time. Well, guess what? This game isn't crazy long.
Right.
You want to give people something good to look at. Well, best looking game that's probably ever. That's dang near, if not the best looking game that's ever came out.
Facts.
Right.
Yep.
And then on top of it, an impactful story. Those three things alone are really interesting for somebody that's for the first time you're able to say, hey, man, hop into Game Pass. They have this game that looks just insane. Mm-hmm. Like forever you've heard, oh, Game Pass only has, these type of games or, not, these critically. I feel like this is like your closest to like critically acclaimed movie like type game that's hit Game Pass so far. That's from Xbox.
That's hit this gen. I would even go as far as saying.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can see why you'd say that. Mm-hmm. But I'm really excited for it. The runtime doesn't bother me too much, especially seeing that my backlog is just in shambles right now. But but I'm really excited, and I'm also excited to be able to play it in so many different places. So Spider-Man says, but 30 FPS, Ham. Well, yeah, 30 FPS on console.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be playing it both on console and on PC, and I'm even gonna give it a shake on Steam Deck. I mean, Lord help me now. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot.
That little bastard's gonna be a ninja, a little grill ninja, because that thing gonna be cooking, boy.
Yeah, I don't know if it can handle the nanite at all.
Oh man,
it's gonna be in trouble. But since we're on the topic right now, I might as well show this off just in case those of you were thinking about getting it on or thinking about playing it on your PC. What do you think of those specs right there, K Mega? I know that I know what you're capable of, but I just want to hear like what you kind of think of them from being a person that's been playing on PC for a while.
Actually, somewhat reasonable. Like the 70 gigabytes. I was looking at it because it's already downloaded on my Xbox and on my PC. And so when I got it, I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna need room. But then I'm like, oh, it's only 70, which I know that's a pretty big file. But I mean, like, when you look and you try to put in Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying? Like, Call of Duty's taking everything. You know what I'm saying? Call of Duty is going to take as much as they possibly can for you. Halo, it takes as much as possible from you. You try to put in other titles like NBA 2K and Mortal Kombat, like they are not kind to your storage. The RAM, decent, especially for what this game is going to be pumping out visually. This is crazy to me that I've been playing on PC as much to understand what this shit means, and that's crazy because about 4 years ago, this was only thing I would know is the GPU. So that would be it, Jack. So yeah, no, these are reasonable. I know that for the people that has a 4070. And that's the one reason why at one moment I thought about getting the 4070 back when I was deciding to upgrade my PC. And I was like, nah, man, if I'm going to get it, I'm going to go hard in the paint, or I'm going to get, and that was the whole thought of it until I seen this Samsung monitor that I got. And so I went ahead and I got the 4080, and I had a great deal on the 4080. But there was no way I was going lesser than that, because I didn't think that it was going to be like that, to where people who did get the 4070 would be left out in the cold like that. But especially as much as those cards cost. But yeah, it still just shows you the level of detail that these games and how much do these games need to sustain to get you to where you want to have that max high end quality of gameplay. So yeah, I can't wait to test it out. I mean, that's where I'm going to start playing it first, is on my PC. I mean, that was the reason why I bought it. I built it and I upgraded it. So I want to see what it looks like at its best, at its max capacity, and then I'll play it on the Xbox afterwards. But
to think anybody that has a high-end nice PC is foolish to think that, if this game was coming on PlayStation, I'd just be playing it on my PlayStation or something like that.
That's bullshit.
No. If it's available on PC, and you spent all them thousands, like some anywhere between $2,000 to $5,000. If you spent that much on your PC, you're giving yourself a disservice by saying, "Oh, I'm gonna play it on my console."
Yeah,
like sure, the console is nice. It's an option at that point, though. To be honest, I mean, let's be real. Like, the Ferrari somehow became the day-to-day vehicle,
right? But see, and now another thing too is that, like, I also want to implement this as well, because I seen Jimmy Mack in the chat say this, and I was about to go there. It was saying, now look, because I'm looking now at the processor. And I'm looking at it's locked it. They're like, Ryzen 5. Now my brother Yobi's straight, right? Like, because when I gave him my old PC. It's like it's got the Ryzen 7. So I mean, but you know what I'm saying. So he can play a 1440p. So he good. You know what I'm saying now. You know what I'm saying now. I don't know about, you know what I'm saying. He might need to drop that shit down to 1080p 60. You know what I'm saying? He tried to play 1440p and think he try to be hit over 60. I don't know. That little bad bastard might start cooking. But but you know what I'm saying? But it is just showing like, man, it's time to upgrade. If people are still playing on a 1060, brother, it's time to upgrade. You can go ahead and get you a Ryzen 5 for under $100, I believe. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so yeah. So you gotta, you know, if you're still playing on those type of settings, then it's been time for you to upgrade. And maybe you aren't a high diehard PC gamer. Maybe you are a Switch player. Maybe you're a console player. Maybe your gaming preference is more on mobile or on the consoles. Because if you got a 1060, that means your console is pushing out more, is doing a hell of a lot better than you know what I'm saying, than that. So then what your PC is doing. So and I would question those people if they're claiming to be a diehard PC master race class. So yeah, but no, I think because most of these newer games that's been coming out, they have been pretty beefy. And it had to make some people make the decision if they want to upgrade or not. And then that's the beauty of it at the end of the day, to have more than one thing available to play. So if you do have a PC and the requirements is not there for you to play Hellblade 2, then obviously you might need to have a Xbox. And if you know what I'm saying, or you got a PlayStation or you got a Switch, and I'm pretty sure we'll have that discussion down the line if this game is going to ever come to PlayStation. But yeah, no, I mean that's just a good thing to have options. But I think that for what this game is going to be pumping out, I think that these are reasonable settings in my opinion.
I mean, Maggie, the way you ended that conversation just reminds me of what I've said before, and it's just that I've been saying this for a while now. Xbox is going the same direction that they did with the PC when it comes to console gaming and stuff like that. So you're going to see Xbox have their gaming version of the Surface Pro, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Surface Xbox is going to, I wouldn't be surprised if the Surface merged at some point, and they just have like, because you know how
that's a great point.
Because you know how Lenovo has all the different Legion computers, and then they have the Legion Go, which is their handheld gaming PC.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they're just gonna pretty much have like the Surface, and then the gaming Surface, the Xbox Surface,
yes,
or something like that, right? So I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that. But me looking at these specs in particular, I'm like, man, these are like, for a game of this caliber, Unreal Engine 5, these are reasonable. Very reasonable specs.
They're very reasonable.
Very
Ask them about Alan Wake and what that give you.
1070,
bro,
5700 Intel, even
right
as far back. Yo,
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, bro,
they did some reaching to make sure that as many people as we can possibly get to throw this on their PC screen, we getting them.
Right.
We getting them. And then the Max isn't even as insane as a lot of these recent games that come out. It's not even begging you to get a 4090.
Alan Wake.
It says the Max is a 4080.
Alan Wake of 4090. Matter of fact, for Spoken you needed a 4090 to get ultra everything. I had to do a little bit of wiggling, but I made sure that I had damn near everything ultra, and it was playing at 4K and at like, around 90. I had to do a little tinkering, had to drop a few things, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, for ultra, everything ultra, to make that motherfucker run at over 100 some frames, you had to have the 4090. That was nuts. Nuts.
Yeah. So, I mean, I mean, I'm right. Particularly for myself, I'm at the recommended spot. So at the high, at the 1440p high, right? Like I'm right at those specs to the T. Except I have more VRAM than what they're asking for, in system RAM and storage and yada yada. But so I mean, I looked at these specs and I just rubbing my hands. I was like, oh, here we go, here we go. They said, Ham, I got you. So like, man, I'm extremely ready and excited for this game, and I can't wait for it to come out tomorrow, man. I mean, that's really all I got else to say about this.
Yeah.
I'm ready to move on to the next topic because we got a couple more things that I wanted to talk to real quick before we get up out of here. Okay, but the next one that I wanted to talk about, which Hazardor Gaming had this to bring up on Twitter earlier today. He said Black Myth Wukong official Wii game trailer. Game comes out August 20th for PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox Series consoles. Okay, Mega, thoughts on Black Myth Wukong?
I'm going to start off right off the bat and say this. Throw a little controversy right off the bat. I would not be surprised.
Oh, here we go.
I would not be surprised.
Here we go.
Listen. Hold on.
I know where you're going with this.
Okay, but hold on. For the fuckery that Sony did with Stellar Blade. Because Stellar Blade was supposed to be a multiplat, which Stellar Blade will still most likely might be a multiplat. We don't know yet officially. We know that it's coming to PC, but we got that confirmed now, ready. But I would not be surprised if we out there in June 9th and Xbox say this game is going to be on Game Pass, or this game will eventually come to Game Pass sometime in 2025. I think just for that fact, because so many people, because there was a lot of speculation that this game would not see the light of day on Xbox. And Phil and them went crazy. All of us went crazy. Was like, man, you better put this heat on here. This is exactly what Xbox needs in their portfolio. This would be a huge L for not having this title that looks like this to come to the Xbox platform. They have been these type of games. Now we have been getting more and more of these type of games here lately, but not to this degree or this scale. This game is incredible looking. I'm sure the story is probably going to be so wild. A lot of people might not get into it, but that's not, but for people that are fans of hack and slash and things like that, I look at this and say, you know what? This might be one of the best hack and slash that we played since DM5. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit looks outrageous. This game, I don't know, man. I don't know. This might be one of those games that could be a contender. For a game of the year, if this story flows right, because graphically this thing is nuts. This thing is nuts for a hack and slash. So I am fully, man. This is a game that's going to be day one for me. I'm still skeptical of pre-orders just because of my past dealings with some pre-orders and things like that. But this game is getting bought. This game is 5 days from my birthday. That's going to be probably, I'm getting this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if somebody wanted to gift it, that'd be great. But I'm going to cop it. I'm not going to wait for anybody to try to hook me up. Get this shit, man. I got to have it day one. I won't have that. My Madden in my college football and NBA 2K. I know it comes out usually in early September. That might be on the wayside, brother. But this is going to be God. I am so excited that this game is coming to Xbox. We kind of got that news a little bit last year, towards the end of the year last year, that this game was going to come to Xbox. But I would not be surprised, Ham. I would not be surprised if Xbox came out and said, "Man, this shit gonna be on Game Pass." I just think that's just how Xbox want to roll right now. I wouldn't.
You know something I just realized?
What's up?
So actually, you know what? I'm gonna hold that for a second, and I'm gonna wait to talk about that on the next subject because I wanna because we're definitely gonna get into something on the next subject, bro.
Okay.
But as for Black Myth Wukong, this game looks really smooth, right? And I could see what you're saying, K-May, about it, like the way it looks and like some people's thoughts on it and how it could possibly be considered like a PlayStation type of game, right? So yeah, I mean, I'm very happy that Xbox locked that down and made sure that they got themselves this game because
major win.
This
for
is
the Xbox,
this is 100. This is on the same level to me as like, and I'm not saying it's anything like it, like gameplay wise, but in the sense of just like how wanted and interesting this game is. I can see a lot of people like comparing this to like a Bloodborne or something like that, being like that kind of like wow and interest and intrigue where where it's like the world is really makes a lot of sense. The way the game function seems about right, Souls like ish and whatnot. I'm kind of blown away by some of the cutscenes and stuff that it had. I remember when it was back in like 2021 when they were talking about this game, and like we were seeing some of like the trailers for it. There's like a longer trailer for it where he had like a really like long stick that he like hit like a dragon with or something like that, and he I honestly wasn't sure if the game was real. Right. At that point.
Like, holy shit, this shit was crazy to watch.
And now that it's coming to fruition, it's really exciting. And I can't wait to get it. It's going to be a day one for me and Matt as well, because me and him are game sharing. So I'm not sure which one of us are going to be buying it, but it's going to be day one. It's going to get popped.
Oh my God, I'm copping that.
It's getting copped. That including the next game that I'm going to be talking about, which let me go on ahead and throw it on the screen, K-Mega. I'm so goddamn excited for it. I might be most excited about this game than almost any other game for the rest of this year.
Oh, I already know where you're going.
There it is.
There it is.
It is back.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, I'm so excited for this joint right here. It looks amazing,
bro. This is when this game drops will be the beginning of me. I've been talking about sports night.
No. Let me get messy real quick, K-Mega.
Yes, sir.
So remember, just the last topic, I said I had something to say that I was like, I had to end up, biting my tongue on.
Yeah.
So the thing that I was gonna say was, it's really cool that this game is coming out. It's even more cool this game is coming out on Xbox. It's not missing that platform that everybody keeps saying people don't want to make games for Xbox, right?
Right.
What's even more possibly interesting is if around this time of year next year, if it comes to Game Pass.
Oh, right. Because Madden comes to Game Pass every year. Oh, no. I thought about it. I didn't know where you was going with that. But then, yeah, you're right. Man, how nuts would that be? If this get the first entry to college football, to NCAA, and that game next year will fall in line around when they drop Madden in college, because that means they might put them, because Madden usually comes on Game Pass around Super Bowl. So let's just say in January, this game will come out. Will come out.
Yeah, right around the national championship.
Yeah, right around the national championship to Game Pass. Bro, come on now. Come on. But no, I'm excited. I'm excited as hell. I've been, my boy Game Down Site is like, man, when you gonna start that sports night? And I've been waiting. I've been waiting for this to drop so I can go all through it, because This and Madden, I can play. I used to could get down on 2K. 2K has gotten so technical and weird to me now that I'll go ahead and I don't mind playing some games and getting cooked, but I'll definitely want to do that. And then I want to play golf. I want to play every type of game. So yeah, so they're my fight nights, my sports nights. Here we go. And then the stuff that I usually will do on Saturdays with Don. On the occasions.
Look at the crowd,
bro. I can't wait. I'm so happy for college. I'm so happy.
I hate Texas A&M, but look at the crowd.
Man, this game is going to rake. This is going to rake. I know. My brothers over here, Jeremy Brown, is saying it's still an EA game, football game. It doesn't matter. This is college football.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. Like K Mega knows I'm one of the first people to give EA the smoke all the time. Like K Mega knows me and EA have been in like oil and water lately.
Right.
But when it comes to college football, like I just have to bend the knee in solidarity.
That's right. There's a crazy thing to this too as well that I don't know if people picked up on this, but it's and it kind of is fitting that this title that is and so is the upcoming Madden that they're only going to be on the new consoles. But both games are skipping PC as well.
I noticed that.
That is weird. I don't think that that's weird. I think that they just looked at it as like we want to make sure that college football is right, and we want to make sure that we have it on the two platforms. We ain't putting it on multiple platforms, and that means we're not putting it on PC because we want to get this game right. It reminds me the same way that Namco did with Tekken 7. They said, look, we're only going to put this. We're going to put Tekken 7 on PC for the very first time, and it almost seemed like it was a detriment because Tekken 7 played so bad on consoles, on PlayStation and Xbox. The online was awful. You play that shit on PC, Tekken 7 was rolling. Tekken 7 played fantastic on PC. So I think that's what they don't want to focus on PC just yet. You might get another entry in 26, but
I can see them treating PC like kind of 2K does.
Yeah, because 2K is
almost like a totally separate game.
Yeah, and it'll make it a better game going forward. But I have to give EA credit for saying, look, we're only going to put it on two platforms, and we're going to make sure that we're crossing all the T's, dotting all the I's, making sure that we're giving you a quality game. And if people today that still has a problem with Madden, the one thing that college football did was make Madden better. And if you notice, when college football went away, Madden kind of went down the drain.
We sure did.
And then they
had so many features that Madden didn't.
Right.
Like, all the time.
Right. And then Madden started gradually getting themselves together, but at that point the damage was done. And so when it came down to it, this will make Madden better going forward because the importing your players from college to Madden, things like that. And I do still feel that there should be competition. I feel that 2K should go ahead and try to. So I'm thinking that if you're going to have this, then I feel that there should be a college basketball game, and hopefully that 2K will make one. You know what I mean? And just get this competition back so these companies can stay strong. Yeah, but yeah, man, there's going to be a 2K football game coming out this year, but it's not going to be simulated. And so
it's like an arcade game.
Yeah, it's going to be an arcade game. Now they do have a mobile game. 2K do have a mobile football game. I don't care about that, but I am interested in seeing what this arcade game is going to be like from 2K. And I also said this: EA, 2K has dominated EA's NBA Live to the point to where they shut down the studio. So they're like, that shit is crazy to me, right? But the one thing that they should do, which the rumors are that they're bringing back EA Big, bring back NBA Streets.
Facts.
Bring back NBA Streets. And on top of that, everything else like SSX and
there's nothing inappropriate or wrong about NBA Streets.
Nothing. Bro, you can get wild with NBA Streets and get to the point to where people are buying NBA 2K for the simulation, and then people are buying NBA Streets for their story. Because the one thing I will say that EA Live did better than 2K is the story mode. The story mode in NBA Live was much better, and it seemed just more satisfying and rewarding. 2K is turned into a, you know, they're being predatory with their practices, with how they charging you money on stuff. So like that's why I'm sometimes in with the story mode with their little story mode that they do, and then I'll skip a couple of years because just like the year before, I caught myself spending a lot more than what I spent for the $150 version of NBA 2K 22. So I mean 2023. So that to me, like so I just think that there should be just more competition, and there's cool ways that both sides can do something, in my opinion. But I am definitely highly excited for college being back. It's been long overdue.
Long overdue. Like goddamn, disappointingly long.
Too long.
Like me not thinking it's ever gonna come back type of long.
Right. Me hearing the rumors that they're working on it, and I was like, they're telling you, and you're like, man, I don't see nothing, K-Mega. They ain't showing nothing. I said it's in the works. I'm seeing stuff from the back burner. I'm listening to some of the people that I listen to, and then on top of that, like there's people that follow this stuff, like in sports, like Herb Street and other people. They were talking about it. And so I'm like, this game is out here. It's just that they're taking time. And that's another thing, too, that's pretty weird, because normally you would think that they would advertise this game during a Super Bowl or something like that. But if you notice, and I know that we both and most people get on Microsoft for their advertising, but advertising has been really weird all across the board here with every company. You know, normally they would drop something months in advance. They don't do that no more. Like, I mean, I didn't see, the first time I noticed that was with Final Fantasy 16. Like, I seen a commercial for Final Fantasy 16 like the week before the game came out. And then they advertised it for maybe about a month after the game came out. Didn't see anything else. So even with this, as big as this game is going to rake. NCAA is going to rake. They just now advertised this game. They gave a little trailer like about 2 months ago, and then you didn't see anything else. And then they actually gave a true trailer just this week. So that should tell you that, you know, maybe all across the board advertising is just a little sticky for everybody.
Man, I'm just.
This man just looking at this and loving it.
I know, man. Like if Hellblade and this came out tomorrow, Hellblade would be on the back burner, bro. I'm sorry.
I can't say that, but bro, I'm playing both. I'm playing both. I mean, it's all in on Hellblade.
But like, if I had to turn on my Xbox and pick one, initially, like just like they're both dropping right now. Pick one to play. I'd need to see my Cornhuskers run out. I'd need to see the Sea of Red. Okay,
I would turn on NCAA first. There's no lie. So I feel you. I would want to see my Sooners out there, absorb it.
I definitely play Hellblade though, because it's smaller, and I'll be sticking around with NCAA a lot longer.
Oh, right. But I mean, I would get a feel to look at it, see the intro, all of that, and then I put it up and then I jump on Hellblade. But yeah, no, if both games came out today, yeah, I'm cranking up. I'm cranking up college football first, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie. But Hellblade gonna get the burn, and I'm like, oh, but see, I'll be mad because by the time that I'm playing Hellblade and get done with Hellblade, because that's the crazy thing with me is that if I play Hellblade and then I start playing college football, Hellblade might be in some trouble. So I'm not. So I'm just gonna start the intro, look at it, get all excited about it, get on Hellblade, beat Hellblade. And then by that time, you, Husky, and all the rest of my enemies will be already advanced, and I'm just now getting started. And then y'all going to be desperately want to try to find me and play me, and I'm not ready yet. And if I get cooked, then I got to hear about it, and it'll be on your fucking intro, and I'll be upset about it. So, So that's what I'm saying.
I
So,
know what's on that intro. We don't nobody know, but K Megan knows.
yeah, no, I see that intro. I said, "Oh, look at that." That's why I giggled when I was when I was looking at the intro with your intro. I said, "Oh, he put that on there."
Oh yeah,
man.
you're on the intro. I mean, there's a few people on the intro that people don't know, but anyways, yeah, I'm very excited for this game. Can't wait for it to come out. But the last topic that we have for this evening, shout out to Hasador Gaming is again been hooking us up with the topics this afternoon. But here it is, last topic of the day.
Okay.
As per LinkedIn,
well, can we slip in a little something else after this, and we will just be quick with it because I seen our boy J Matt. He was asking about the Game Pass, like that Xbox is considering putting Game Pass. Putting Call of Duty on Game Pass Core.
Core?
Yeah, that's what he posted on there.
Wild.
So that would be wild. I mean, I want to kind of touch on that.
Totally different direction than everybody thought.
Right. But anyway, let's go ahead and knock this out, and then let's just kind of make that last part. So that. But yeah, sure. Go ahead. Sorry, brother. Go ahead.
Venomous Viper said, "I hope I'm not in the intro."
You will be, sucker. You will be.
Anyways, so yeah, Hasworth Gaming says, as per LinkedIn, 75% of the staff for Elsewhere Studio, which is the new Xbox studio under the Activision wing, are former CD Projekt Red developers seeking innovation in RPG that redefine the genre with armed combat and vehicles.
Oh, bro!
Did you see this?
What? No, I didn't get to see it because I was
because you're acting like you ain't never heard this.
I knew about Elsewhere, but I didn't know anything about anybody from CD Projekt Red being a part of Elsewhere.
Yeah, so yeah, Witcher, you know,
Witcher. Let's go, man. I'm hyped. What if this is a new Mad Max game?
I mean that'd be mad interesting.
Or something that's like in that type of
post-apocalyptic. They said redefine RPG genre, and they said armed combat and vehicles. I don't even know where I would go with it. Like the only thing I can think of, which would be insane.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say that one more time.
Don't you dare say it. Don't you say it. Don't you say what I'm thinking
you're going to say what you think I'm going to say.
Okay.
But I would love to see an RPG version of True Crime.
No, that's not what I thought you was going to go, but that would be nuts, bro.
I mean, it's under the Activision umbrella.
That's almost better than what I was thinking. So yeah, that would be stupid.
Like, think about being on the police force and like recruiting and firing people and then like going in on a raid on somebody's house and oh man, and having undercover people working certain blocks and stuff like
man. That would be, man, see, and again, that's a genre that has kind of went away with the dodo bird. We don't have those type of games anymore, like Stronghold or Stranglehold and oh man, what's like the more popular one when that studio from Square Enix shut down with the cop that was undercover and playing
damn, I know exactly where you're talking about.
Yeah. People in the comments will know. But that is perfect. That's another genre that has been on ice for a very long time, and for that to be something that we don't know exactly what it is. When I first thought about maybe a Mad Max type of game, you came out with that. The possibilities are endless, but both strategies, I think, and to me, I like your thought, your strategy of thinking that a new True Crimes would be perfect.
Think about having
Perfect.
informants all around the city.
Bro.
And you have to start
crazy.
out the game by working as a gang member, and then you get and then you get put into an informant situation. You have to work your way up the ranks to working for the PD itself, and then running it essentially, and having a bunch of informants all around the city that are part of different mafias and cartels and organizations and what. Yo, bro, that would be so tough. And you can choose whether your city is ran negatively or positively.
That would be stupid. But
so you can either make a Gotham or like a super safe,
like a Metropolis or something like that. Yeah.
Metropolis. Yeah.
No, that would be nuts if you had the option to be a just regular police person on patrol, building your way, through the system, or undercover, like you said, like the possibilities are endless. Now, the one question I would have with that, though, because you know how it is now with single player games, and especially with Xbox, if CD Projekt Red makes single player games. Now, again, elsewhere with teams from Activision, you would think that this would implement some online. Bridging that gap would be incredible, but wonder where they would lean. You know what I'm saying? To where if because some people will be like, well, why you got to put the multiplayer aspect into every game? And then there'll be other people like, well, why every game, like with Starfield, people just like, man, just think about if we had a multiplayer within that. So you can make an ecosystem that can, nothing is going to rival not Call of Duty, but Grand Theft Auto online.
You can do what Dune is doing.
What is that?
The new Dune game.
The MMO?
What they're trying to do, what?
Is it the MMO? Dune?
No. Yeah, the MMO game.
Okay.
The new Dune MMO game, what they're trying to do is allow you to have a single player area for a good portion of the map, but then make other parts of the map multiplayer.
I'll say now that's perfect. That's what I'm saying. Like, they should be able to do both. I'm all about both. Because because something like that is something that what I was trying to allude to is that you could finally have a game that could actually be a good alternative outside of Grand Theft Auto. You know what I'm saying? So if you would do that, like if they were going the direction that you were going, like if they would go with a true crimes game, which I love the thought process that's where they would want to go. You know what I mean? So
I'd love to do a drug bust. Like, bro, that would be so dope to run in there with like a SWAT team.
Bro.
Run into like a freaking big old, like a big old project, like a overran projects or something like that. Like one of those old like towers and stuff like that they used to have in Chicago and stuff like that. Those things are gone now.
Right.
But remember how those things were like, those things were like known back in the day for like crime, and one of the housing projects had like a person that had like a sniper on the roof, like in real life.
Yeah.
In real life. So imagine what you could do in a video game, right? Taking down a cartel by, starting out as just a regular foot soldier for a gang, and then ended up getting flipped.
It would be nuts.
Yeah, see, Venomous Viper knows what I'm talking about. Cabrini Green, yep.
Yeah. No, it would be nuts. I love that idea already, and I love that genre of game. You know what I'm saying? I miss it because it's worthy of gamers to get back in it. You know what I mean? And and that's another thing too, is that we need more variation of game, more variety. And that right there would be really, really good. And for me, I still would want to see a Crackdown come through at some point, but this game would definitely fill the void if we don't get a crackdown. I know crackdowns is different. It's more over the top, things like that. But this would just get me excited to just be all up into a game like that. But I don't know. We'll find out what it is. I mean, it could be something completely different than what we both would think that it was going to be. But yeah, your ideas got me really excited. If hoping that that's what this would be, because a true crimes would be perfect.
Oh man, just get me in the developer's ear, and I'll give them a whole bunch of crazy ideas.
Oh, indeed, yes. But that's dope. That is.
But anyways, Kay, you had a last topic that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and bring that up.
Yeah, I need to go back and get to that again. But our brother J Mac, he came in there and he said, I'll find it. But he went there and said, let's put that up. He said, can we talk about how tempting Call of Duty and Game Pass is to the game? Okay, never mind. All right, I read that wrong. Okay, I thought he was saying that it was coming to core. Okay, all right. Okay, so I read that wrong. But yeah, we can still talk about that. Yeah, it's huge. It is really huge. This is what PlayStation was fighting for, was for this reason to stop this, because of the fact that if Game Pass can hold Call of Duty, then this is the crazy thing. Like, there is no loyalty in the casual market when it comes to gaming. The hardcore is not the big sellers of these consoles. It's the casual market. So yeah, PlayStation will always sell more consoles, but it's about the subscription service for Xbox, and also throwing the consoles, because they do have a loyal fan base. And even though that may be around 40 to 60 million at max Xbox consoles, that's still a substantial amount of people, right? But if you could go ahead and tap in and get more people to jump in on that service through Game Pass, bro, that would be nuts. And then so, like, me making a mistake and reading that wrong and thinking that it could be on core, that would be even more insane. But it's not. It was just talking about the core crowd. And for people who don't like COD, let's just be realistic. People are going to try it out just because it's in Game Pass. That's the power of Call of Duty, man. Call of Duty is just it's the peanut butter and jelly of gaming. It is something that you may sit here and complain about every time that you play it, but you always come back to it at some point. There's some of those gamers that just don't give a shit about Call of Duty or shooters in general, but there's a reason why this is one of the biggest titles in gaming, and it would be beneficial for Xbox wholeheartedly. This putting it on Game Pass when and this is another thing, and this is a problem with me and others out there, that when Xbox told us from the get, when they were in the trial, they were even telling the judge, listen, we're planning on putting this game on Game Pass and we don't see a problem with it. But we kept on listening to people in the media bringing up bullshit and saying, well, they're changing this, they're changing that, they're doing this and doing that. And then when the media comes out and they say, well, they come out and they say something, they don't come back and say, well, we made a mistake. They just double down and get more pissy about things. So I love that Sarah Bond came out and just squashed that and confirmed it. And then they just let people know that it's here. It's going to be huge. There's no question about it. Sony knows it. And this is why, like, gaming services is just the way the pricing in gaming is today. Gaming is not going to get cheaper, especially when we get more visual games to look like what you see in Ham Solo playing Stellar Yams, and from when Hellblade comes out, even though that's a more of an affordable game, but then people are now questioning, well, is $50 a good value for a game that's 8 hours, when people have said, oh, well, no, we need shorter games. It's bullshit. You still got a service. I've seen somebody kept saying that in the I think it was John 907i kept saying, like, listen, it's the best gaming service out there. There's no gaming service that's touching Game Pass. Hell, it could actually be said that out of most services in all of entertainment, Game Pass is probably the most valuable. You know what I'm saying? It has the most value. But that's a debate for here or there. But I just think that this is a huge get, and a day one for the new Call of Duty. Yeah, this is definitely going to bring numbers. I have no question about it. This is what's going to spark the flame for Game Pass and for Xbox, in my opinion.
No doubt, no doubt.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very not surprised to see it going into Game Pass. I'm excited to see it because a lot of people were saying the opposite, as you were saying just a little bit ago. K Mega just
Mhm.
kind of full of shit, just saying what they're saying, just to more or less just garner people's attention. For all the wrong reasons. They weren't looking to tell you anything honest or factual. They were just looking to get you in your feelings and get you talking about something or get into your head
Mhm.
about whatever. So then if something wild does happen, they can just be like, I told you, I was right, and yada
Right.
yada yada.
Right.
So they'll just keep saying bullshit. They'll be wrong 100 times so they can be right the one time and tell you I told you so.
That's true. That's true. And I made this when I was on a podcast Saturday night. Uh, and I made this point. I'm like, listen, you know, I love Jez's work. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a really cool guy. But and what he says on his podcast, of course, you say whatever you want to on your podcast, but you're looked at as a respected journalist. You can't keep coming out and saying, well, these people have taken me out of context. These people keep taking me out of context because the stuff that you're putting out is giving reason why you're putting things on context. He doesn't add things again out of context. Like you're giving these, you're thinking out loud, but you're not using that as saying, well, I'm just thinking out loud. What if this happens? It's not how it's nothing of how it's being posted. It's just you're saying it, and now people are taking it and they're running with it, and now you're adding more conspiracy theories than actually putting truths and things out there to where even Xbox gamers don't know which way is left or right sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because then we as content creators that talks about Xbox, we're over here don't know if hey, well, what if Xbox is doing this? Well, from we're listening to reliable sources say this, and then when other people are saying, well, that's not true, well, then who is lying and whatever, and then when the person comes out and says, well, you know, they're taking my words out of jest and things like that, then I got a question: is this only for engagement? Why the hell are you doing this? Why don't you just say, I'm just thinking out loud on this, and then put what you got to put? That's my whole thing on that. You know, so because the confusion is what's the biggest, it's been Xbox's biggest problem other than you know, just what people call the Xbox tax, in my opinion, and the fact that Xbox doesn't market it properly. That's my thing. That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, all right. Well, I think we've been here for quite some time.
Yeah.
At this point, about 2 hours. I thought today was a pretty dope show.
It was cool. It was cool.
One thing I do want to say real quick is, and this is real world stuff right here. This has nothing to do with gaming, but I'm so happy that they caught that motherfucker red-handed.
Oh, you talking about Puffy?
Yes.
Bro.
Yes. And like
bro.
Somebody on Friday thought I was like
making it up,
joking about no. They thought that I was like joking, or I found something funny about what happened to Cassie or something like that. And I'm like, no, these are not smiles because of that. These are smiles because it's just like I've been knowing there's something fucking wrong with this guy for quite some time. And if you are a avid fan of hip hop, you've known that Puffy's been doing folks wrong in the music industry for years. Yeah. Not paying people, not allowing people to make money off of their own. Like people don't know how messy the music industry really is.
Right.
People think that, just because they're like doing music videos together and stuff like that they're all cool. No, they are not all cool.
No. If we
sometimes even while they're working and making the project that's raking in the money, they're not even happy doing it together.
Right.
So like that whole, the background with Mason Puffy is messy. The locks with Jada kissing them, mad messy. Like the collabs and stuff that they were supposed to have. The amount of working with gangs and stuff like that. Like people don't understand how deep this stuff is. So like when I seen that he got in trouble, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to some, but I felt the need to celebrate it a little bit. I was happy to see it happen because I'm just like this dude over here. Well, everybody likes to say, "Oh, I'm innocent. I'm innocent. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I'd never do this. Look at my child and look at my family.
Yeah.
What kind of person would I be to act like this?" And then we see what was really going on.
Right.
And it's like, yo, girl was running so hard, trying to get away so fast. She didn't even have time to put her socks on.
No, she was out.
She didn't even have time to put her shoes on, dog.
No type of ass whooping she was getting before we seen what was on the cameras. You know what I mean?
And that's my point. You were willing to do that in a public place.
In a hallway. Right.
Half naked.
Bro.
You were willing to do that in that situation. I can't imagine what goes on in your residence.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. That shit was that. Listen, I don't condone any man putting their hands on a woman. I understand in situations, you know, life or death, things like that. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. But if it's a situation where you just mad at a woman, man, it ain't that serious. And I understand that there's women that be pressing and stuff. Man, you know, as a man, you stronger than that. That's why I get offended when I see these dudes that try to fight. I mean, really actually fight these girls like they men, bro. That's really bitch made to me. You know, but I mean, listen, I mean, I always ask this question. I had a homeboy that was a big Puffy fan. And you know what I'm saying? And I you know, I got a lot of Puffy's music, not too much of here late.
It has nothing to do with whether he makes good music or not. Hell, R. Kelly makes phenomenal music.
Right. No doubt. But what I'm saying is that, like, I always wondered as a music mogul, as like him, why is he always losing, you know, his prominent groups? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're saying, the Locks. And then there was rumors that Biggie was wanting to be out. And then there was that, you know, the whole rumor that he got Biggie taken out and all that stuff. Nobody knows if that's true or not. Who knows? But the thing of it is that
what's his name? Shine.
Yeah. Shine went to prison and stuff like that. And they saying that for him. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? He took a charge for him. Then you look at groups like Danity Kane, 112. You know, and then the other boy band that he had.
What was that dude that sung that song? Whoa.
Yeah, Craig Mack.
Not Craig. It wasn't Craig Mack.
Not Craig Mack.
Was it Black Rob?
I forgot what that dude's name was. Yeah,
it wasn't Black Rob, was it?
Black Rob, that's his name. Black Rob. Yeah, okay. Black Rob. Yeah, like that was like. He's the only like Jermaine Dupri can still go and get Usher, can get Escape and other people, and people still love Jermaine Dupri. But you can't get that same, but Puffy cannot get that same love. Like, there's a reason behind that. The dude is pretty wild. And then, of course, you know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe the Meek Mill tapes is. Listen, let your freaky flag fly. I don't give a damn if he likes boys and men. Like, I mean, boys, that's different. But I'm talking about, like, if he's into men and shit like that. Listen, rich people do rich people shit. That's their business. There's people. I don't care about him being bisexual or anything like that. That's his business. Now the shit with Justin Bieber, that's kind of wild. That's definitely next level. You know what I'm saying? So that I'm not feeling that. But the other shit, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, now the only thing that I would have a problem with if these other stories about him, you know, having salacious relationship with men and shit like that, right, is with TD Jakes. Because we know how TD Jakes is, right? Like, bro.
Mad weird.
Bro, listen. If you're a preacher, that's different. Like, you come out and say, listen, this is what I like. This is where I'm at. Then cool, that's your business. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But as a preacher that preaches against homosexuality and things like that, and saying, and you know what I'm saying, and have your conservative views on that type of subject, and then you out there and these rumors about you out here, you know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know,
Judge Judy would say, you a fibber.
Oh, hey, now I got a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, listen, that's a, hey, you know what I'm saying? But hey, I don't know. But all I can say on that is that it's bullshit. in his PR when you come out and you make an apology when just last month or so you were over here making a video saying you did nothing wrong. All these people coming after me for nothing, you'll get to know the truth. Yeah, we got to know the truth. But another thing too, Ham, and people that's listening, this is another thing too that's pretty wild to me. Who's been this is when he was with Cassie. This is years ago. Who has been holding on to this tape this long? To then now, all of a sudden, all this puffy news is coming out, and now we're going to let it loose. So who is the dirty son of a bitch that has been holding on to this content for this long and now send it out?
You know what I've heard as a rumor?
What's that?
I've heard as a rumor that
he said the diddler's diddling.
Right. I heard as a rumor that the people that raided his house possibly found that information and leaked it, which I wouldn't be surprised on seeing because remember he had bought that tape or whatever for
that makes sense.
So if he had it left at his crib and then it got raided and taken, well then there's a high possibility that it could have been from themselves.
Now, and then you could have also got nasty with it and maybe like, listen, I got some bad shit on you, Puff. How much you willing to pay me? And if Puff was over here trying to say, man, look, and if maybe forgot because he's been probably doing too much bad shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, whatever, ain't nobody, I'm not paying you nothing. And he's like, okay, release the hounds. So you could be right. That would make some sense. That would make some sense. But yeah, no, and then now I'm seeing, listen, it's crazy to me, but I know that a lot of people look at Cat Williams crazy, but you know what I'm saying? I remember, you know what I'm saying? Shout out, you know what I'm saying? Me and my mom was watching that together, you know what I'm saying? And it was wild because, she was like, see, I believe him. And I'm like, man.
Cat and Shannon?
Yeah, the Cat and Shannon thing. Me and my mom and my uncle was watching it. That's when I was watching over my mom. I was staying with her. And she said, I heard about this. I said, well, let's just watch it. Moment. Yeah, one of them final moments. And so, but she was like, I believe him. I think it's true. And so I said, listen, I haven't known Cat Williams to be no liar or anything like that. I said, but this shit sound wild. Man, this man coming out here preaching gospels right now. This is bro, this man, I'll give him an offering because this man out here, expulsion, bro. This
is not good.
Right, bro. He's just not a good person. And then my other thing too, if we're talking about entertainment right here, man, what the hell is wrong with J-Lo? J-Lo and Ben Affleck look like they're about to get a divorce. He don't even stay there no more. Man, why this woman can't hold a man? This woman has been married so many times. Listen. Maybe J-Lo is one of as fine as she is. Maybe she's another element.
Diddy stuff could be coming up and bothering him, right?
Bro, you know what I'm saying?
Because that stuff came all back now. Like everybody talking about the Shine and the Shine and Diddy thing all over again now.
Yeah, no, this shit's crazy, man. I don't know, but it's pretty wild, man. I don't know. It's this entertainment business stuff. It is wild. It is wild, man. So, but yeah, Mike Johnson said J-Lo is ratchet. I don't know if she's ratchet, but she damn sure wild. Like her and Jada Pinkett can't keep no man. I don't understand this. They can't keep no man. Beautiful ass women, and they just haven't. What is their problem? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say Beyonce lucky that she got Jay-Z. Because I felt like she would be in the exact same situation.
I don't know. I just don't think I just don't know if she's that bad. Like, I know once you get that taste of money and that lifestyle and things like that, you will change. Like people say, there's very few people that don't change, because that money's going to make it different, But I don't know. I just don't see. Beyonce might have her moments, but I just don't see her
making a lot
like
more
that.
Freakier music before she was with Jay-Z. I tell you.
Well, she's married, man. She got kids and shit. Like, I mean, you don't think I was still talking about?
No, I'm just saying, like it wasn't like she was like all like nice and neat before. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. No. You got. She's trying to hold on to that image. It is what it is. That's why I like a lot of people don't like the Cardi B's and the Megan Thee Stallions. I love them chicks, man. Just say what you about. Like, that's why I love Little Kim. I'm like, hey, man, listen. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I love me a slut. This is what it is. So I'm just being real.
All right. Well, with that being said, let's get on.
Let's get out of here. That's it.
Go ahead and
man.
let the people know where you can be found in case they're watching them on my channel.
You will not find me at a P. Diddy residence. That's for damn sure. So, you know what I'm saying? Listen, you can catch me on my channel, K Mega 405. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, guys, for not doing Fight Night Sunday last night. I know that Husky was looking for me. I had my daughter's graduation party, and then her and her boyfriend and my son, they came through, stayed like extra late. You know what I'm saying? Got a little wild. And so, and then by the time, then it started storming and stuff. We had tornadoes again. Like hell, this tornado seemed like every weekend. Like they just want to come and crash parties now. But anyway, that situation happened. But we'll be doing Fight Night Sunday, Tuesday night. So hopefully you guys will come through, check it out. And I'm going to look to try to get. Yeah, I've been saying this, but I'm going to hit up Don probably later on this evening to see if he's down. We down to do the Devin the Gamer. We've long overdue for that. And yeah, man, GRG Friday night, and then just see if I'll do some streaming Saturday with Don or whoever or whatever not, and then just come back next Sunday and do Fight Night Sunday, and then Monday we back doing the crossover. So yeah, we'll really appreciate it, man. Come check it out.
All right, and for those of you over on K Mega's channel, come check me out over on TSWS Gaming. That's where I do all of my stuff throughout the week, podcasting and sometimes videos and streaming and whatnot. So come through, check me out over there, TSWS Gaming. I'll definitely have each of those links in the chat for each of our podcasts next week, and maybe we'll even have a new intro by that time. But anyways, thanks everybody for coming and kicking it with us. We appreciate y'all. And y'all have a good rest of your day. Happy new week and whatnot to everybody out there. This is your boy Ham Solo signing out from TSWS Gaming, and K Mega signing out from K Mega 405. And as usual, I'm letting you know to keep it gaming or keep it moving. Y'all have a good rest of the day. Peace out.
Peace.
They said we